It's Friday, January 31st.
This is an all-hands on-deck event.
Searching for clues, investigators start the process of trying to find answers behind America's worst air tragedy in decades.
Not sure how to process it.
From young skaters with Olympic dreams to a young pilot about to be married, family and friends are mourning 67 loved ones killed in the crash near Washington.
I'll be putting the tariff of 25% on Canada.
Confirmation. U.S. President Donald Trump telling reporters his 25% tariffs will go into effect tomorrow. Our government says they are ready to respond.
Rows and flows of angel hair and ice cream castles in the air.
Star power. The biggest names in the music industry coming out to support victims of the devastating Los Angeles wildfires. Stay with us, Canada. Your morning starts right now.
Just like we always talked about. Fireaid 2025!
Good morning, Canada. Welcome to Your Morning. I'm Anne-Marie Mediwake.
Good morning. I'm Lindsey Deluce.
And I'm Kelsey McEwen. Happy Friday.
Good to have you back, Kelsey. Obviously, lots of updates this morning, so let's get to it. Aviation officials in the U.S. say answers will come about how that passenger plane and Army helicopter crashed into each other, but those answers will take time.
We do not know enough facts to be able to rule in or out human factor, mechanical factors. That is part of the NTSB investigative process.
We do know investigators are looking for clues from the flight data recorders, or the black boxes, recovered from the American Airlines jet. The National Transportation Safety Board is planning to release a preliminary report in 30 days. 2 Canadian investigators have been sent in to help because the passenger jet was made in Canada. Investigators will try to answer why both aircraft were at the same altitude and what the pilots were looking at before the crash. This crash killed 67 people.
Father, which are in heaven.
A service in Wichita, Kansas yesterday, remembering the 3 soldiers and the 64 passengers and crew members killed in the crash. This morning, China confirmed 2 people from the country were on the American Airlines plane. The Philippines has also confirmed one of its citizens was killed. We're also learning about the passenger plane's crew. First officer was Sam Lilly, 28 years old, and he was set to get married in the fall.
They've skated with some of them have skated side by side with them from skating clubs in Virginia or Boston.
The crash has also hit the tight-knit figure skating community really hard. Olympians Brian Orser and Tracy Wilson say some of the skaters they train knew some of the victims in this crash. 2 of the skaters killed in the crash were Jenna Han and Spencer Lane from the skating club of Boston. And we had learned that Olympic champions Yevgenia Shishkova and Vadim Naumov were also on that plane.
The FAA is actively recruiting workers who suffer severe intellectual disabilities, psychiatric problems, and other mental and physical conditions under a diversity and inclusion hiring initiative spelled out on the agency's website. Can you imagine?
Okay, so that was U.S. President Donald Trump saying, without any proof, by the way, that DEI initiatives may have played a part in this crash. He later clarified, saying he hopes DEI didn't play a factor. Meanwhile, President Trump is confirming that he is following through with his threat of 25% tariffs on Saturday.
It's coming on the 1st, Saturday.
But no oil tariff, no oil tariffs.
No, I don't. Well, I didn't say that. You said that. No.
Well, I don't want to misinterpret.
No, we may or may not. We're going to make that determination probably tonight on oil.
President Trump also said oil, quote, may or may not be included, although he has recently said that the U.S. has all the oil they need. Donald Trump is blaming trade deficits, the flow of migrants, and fentanyl as the reasons to impose the tariffs. Canadian officials say less than 1% of the fentanyl in the U.S. comes from Canada. Ottawa has been working to prevent these tariffs. As we know, Finance Minister Dominique LeBlanc actually sent American officials a 3-minute video showing Canada's efforts to strengthen border security. The federal government in this country says they have a 3-phase retaliation plan for when Trump's tariffs take effect. Business owner and former MP Frank Baylis formally launched his campaign to lead the federal Liberals in Montreal.
When you're dealing with this kind of a negotiator, this kind of a bully, you fight pound for pound. You get hit, you hit back. You get hit twice, you hit back twice.
Frank Baylis shared how he would respond to the Trump tariffs in the first speech of his campaign, saying his business executive background makes him well-suited to negotiate with the U.S. president. Baylis also pitched what he called his prosperity agenda. So that includes addressing the cost of living, building a better healthcare system, and modernizing government. He also says fiscal responsibility and government efficiency would be his priority as leader. Meanwhile, just 1 week after officially launching his campaign to lead the Liberals, MP Jaime Batiste has dropped out of the race. He is now endorsing former Bank of Canada Governor Mark Carney. Batiste was the first Indigenous person to run for Liberal leadership. The remaining candidates in the race are Frank Baylis, Mark Carney, former MP Ruby Dalla, former Finance Minister and Deputy Prime Minister Chrystia Freeland, and former Government House Leader Karina Gould. The Liberals will select a new leader on March the 9th. Well, the stars came out for their community Thursday night in LA.
I'm broke, but I'm happy. I'm poor, but I'm kind. I'm short, but I'm healthy.
More than 20 artists, including, you just saw Alanis Morissette, Joni Mitchell, there she is, Stevie Nicks, Green Day, Olivia Rodrigo, and No Doubt. They all performed over the course of this nearly 6-hour concert at 2 different venues. The night ended with a set from Lady Gaga, who closed with songs from A Star Is Born, as well as an original she actually wrote for this Fireaid show. All the proceeds are going toward rebuilding communities after, obviously, the devastating fires that broke out earlier this month. At least 29 people were killed, more than 16,000 homes and businesses destroyed. Organizers, by the way, said ahead of Fireaid that they had already raised $60 million from ticket sales and corporate sponsorships. A new, slower-paced version of the world's most popular sport is picking up steam across the country.
Everything kind of starts wearing out with time, but this kind of gives you another opportunity to still continue to play the game.
Okay, guys, it's called walking soccer.
I'm in.
Walk sock. Walking soccer, golden rule is you have to walk. You cannot run. Great for people whose, running days may be behind them. Way to stay active, work up a sweat. They're the Canadian Walking Soccer Association. Yep. It says people even in their 20s are playing. I mean, sign me up. And while the rules are a bit different, I mean, the nets are a bit smaller. It's soccer. I love this. This is fantastic.
Move, be active, be social.
Yes.
All the things.
It's great.
So great. Oh, he ran. What do you do if you run?
That's it's like the Olympic sport of speed walking.
Yeah.